My name is Mark Smyers. I'm the Executive Director of the Irmo Chapin Recreation Commission. And today we are here at Saluda Shoals Park, which is a 480-acre park right along the lower Saluda River that has a lot of tremendous outdoor recreational opportunities, environmental education opportunities, as well as a lot of art and culture opportunities that we like to invite the community out to enjoy all the time. So the goal right now is obviously, let's see what we need to do to complete the Lower Saluda Greenway. And that's why I'm really excited to announce we've completed the Lower Saluda Greenway feasibility study, which is about a 150-page report that we're really excited to have in our hands. This is kind of the guide of what it's going to take to get it done, what kind of environmental constraints, what kind of construction constraints and boardwalks and bridges, and how much of those boardwalks and bridges and all those things. This is the roadmap we've needed for a long time, and we're excited it's done. We're excited we have it in our hands, and now we can take it to the next leg, which is starting to pull these resources together, because that's the next opportunity that we need to run down is funding. Trying to get the funding in place to make this more than just a dream, and let's put it into reality. This is the vision. This is the final footprint that we're talking about when we're talking about the Lower Saluda Greenway. Obviously, we have Lake Murray Dam up here, Lake Murray and the dam right here. And this green here is already existing trail work and sidewalk or bike lanes. And then you have this section here that's already green. Green is what already been completed. It's already on the ground. This is Saluda Shoals Park and the greenway we've already completed. And then all the way down here is what just opened. The river line is just completed, and the city of Columbia just opened up the section behind the zoo. And so here we are. We're talking about a section from the dam goes all the way to Saluda Shoals Park, out the other side of Saluda Shoals Park, all the way down and connects in with what they have behind the zoo that just opened. Two sections, but all one project, and that's the scope that we decided to look at it in. This is what it's going to take, and this will complete the Three Rivers Greenway system as I understand it. So what you can't see underneath this line, it goes directly parallel. Here is the river. You can't see the river because our line is covering up, but the river goes right there along it. When you leave the dam section, which this intersection right here at Highway 6 and Lake Murray Boulevard here, that's a tricky intersection. It's a very popular intersection. It sees a lot of traffic. We're gonna have to be really strategic with the right kind of crossing right there. That's outlined in the feasibility study on what's the best approach to tackle that. As you continue down, these stars are access points that we're trying to anticipate the community using. And so there'll be trailhead, signage, some parking in some locations along the way. And then we have to stay parallel to the road along Bush River Road, and then we dip down towards the river right here. There's actually an island right here on the river called Sandy Island. It's a really great little spot. And then we go parallel to the river the whole way down. These yellow sections here are where we've indicated that there's wetlands or low-lying areas that are going to need boardwalks. Boardwalks are a lot more expensive to construct, so we don't want a lot of boardwalks, and if we can avoid wetlands or low-lying areas, we want to do that. And that's one benefit the pandemic gave us, was it gave us a lot of time to evaluate and look around at some of these wetland areas, and well, maybe if we go 20 feet this way, we can find a cheaper route of construction and avoid impacting these wetlands. And then the red sections here you're going to see as we go along, those are bridges where there's a creek coming in, and we have to anticipate spanning with a bridge, either stick built on site, or some of them down here there's a couple of spans that are even too large to even stick build. We're going to have to bring in a pre-engineered bridge to span those. So as we continue down, here is Saluda Shoals Park and the access points that are there. We go down behind Shaw Industries and into Dominion property. Gardendale Landing is a part of that connection point. that section there actually calls for a bathroom building and parking lot and all the amenities that will come along with a good trail access there. On down, what's interesting about this lower section here, the Carolina Crossroads project is going to be going on over the next several years, and so we have been working closely with that project team and DOT to make sure we don't build ourselves out of that resource. So the funding we're going to need to accomplish this project, it's a $22.7 million project, which is not a small project. It's a big project. So in order to tackle a project of that scope, we really need some big partners, and we're hoping some of this federal grants and federal opportunities. We've designed this entire greenway, section of greenway, to meet Federal Highway Administration standards, which calls for a 12-foot wide path, which is a little bit different than the 8-foot wide path you currently see. It's a little bit higher standard, but by doing it that way, we're eligible for bigger partners. So we've designed everything up until this point to meet federal government standards when we're pursuing them as one of the big partners. When they do these types of grants, it's typically done at 80% federally funded, 20% local match. And so on a $22.7 million project, we're only locally on the hook for trying to figure out $4 million, $5 million kind of a scope, which gets a little bit more reasonable for our local community to manage, trying to find those types of resources. There's been a lot of partners that have really helped us be successful up to this point, and that's what it's going to take. It's going to take all of us pulling on this rope to get it done. Up until now, we've had, obviously the River Alliance has been a great partner. The Central Midlands Council of Governments with the feasibility study was a key partner, and we know a lot more about what we're doing to get that done. Here recently, the Midlands Business Leadership Group has been a great resource to help us push this message forward to the community and get a lot of support, and made this more of a regional project at this point. It's not just the Irmo Chapin Recreation Commission wanting to get a trail. This is the Midlands is wanting to finish our trail system and have a resource that we can really be proud of.